since I was in Fram. You know, I was in and around the motorsports, especially V8 supercars. So like, it's just always been what I've wanted to do. Nothing else has interested me enough to overtake this as my dream.
Always been around racing cars and run my own little car for a couple of years now in historics, and always been a fan of racing.
I first came here and I went to my first Grand Prix. It was 2008. That's when I started getting interested in Formula One. And that's what drew me to motorsport and everything.
I used to go every weekend to watch my uncle race speedway. He still does. Dad's a diesel mechanic. You know, just in the blood.
Basically, I knew that's what I wanted to do, and I took a gap year just to work and stuff. And I was sitting at home, and I just started looking online for ways to get into it, and I found Kangan, and it sounded really good. Went to the open day, and I just was amazed with how brilliant the whole place was, and yeah, just went from there.
During high school, I was all like, you know, computers and stuff. Like, they were just around. You know, you don't work with cars at school. I come down to Melbourne to do my Cert 2 last year, and it took everything to a whole new level. It's what I wanted to do, and I made that known.
Sort of like the whole competition aspect. It's sort of dog eat dog. You got to try and beat the other person. It's all about who's smartest, who's quickest, who's cleanest. Yeah.
Just the good results. Like, when you get good results, it's really rewarding after like working so hard to get here and working so hard like being at the racing as well.
I like hands-on work, practical work. Not too much into sitting down behind a desk and in front of a computer all day.
It's because it's motorsport, it's not cars. V8 supercars are just completely different to a standard car, and you don't understand that until you're right in there with it. Yeah.
I sort of want to see myself in like full-time historics mainly. So maybe going to the UK and working over there. That's where all the historic main things are.
I'd either like to be here in V8 supercars or whatever they are in the future, and then or overseas, maybe GT cars or something like that.
Hopefully a mechanic on one of the cars, technician, and maybe moving up to chief mechanic level or manager level.
Made a name for myself somewhere, progressed up from where I am now to higher positions, more responsibilities.
I wouldn't mind being a head mechanic, but you know, we'll see.
This whole logistic element of motorsport, trying to get so many people to a race, racemen on the other side of the country, trying to get the cars there and all the tools and everything. So that's sort of been fairly eye-opening.
It's not as glamorous as you think it's going to be. It's everyone's like really down to earth, and you don't really know a lot about it. You just see the drivers on the track, and then once you're here, you get to see everything that goes on behind the scenes. You know, what's in the cars, what goes into building them, all the people, and it's just, you learn so much more about what happens behind the scenes that you don't normally see.
So I've learned a lot of like the basics from doing a Cert 2 in just regular motor mechanics. So going to the Cert 3, learning more advanced stuff about how race teams work, what goes on inside a race team.
They like to give us a lot of practical tasks, which is good. So once you do a bit of theory and then you get out and work on the car, which makes it much easier for me to learn.
Awesome. Yeah, just awesome. They're involved. You know, they get hands dirty with you to show you how to do things. Like, it's just got nothing to say to diminish what they've done at all. Really, really enjoyed it. You wouldn't spend a full day in the classroom. You know, if you couldn't learn something on paper, they'll show you. You know, it's just great.
The teachers are really good there. They give you a hand and they'll tell you how to do things, but they know when to stand back and just sort of let you have a go, and they let you make mistakes so you can learn from it. And it's just, they've got a really good way of teaching so that you are really hands-on and it sticks with you.
Well, it's a great help for us at Nissan Motorsport. All the hard work's been done. They've really put an amazing course together and given young kids an opportunity to put themselves in a position where teams like us can take them on board, and they're at a level and they've got the continual training to be able to get through and come out the other end and make it in probably one of the toughest forms of motorsport in the country.
There are young people outside Kangan that want to get into motorsport, but you know, they miss that initial grounding that Kangan provide. So, you know, if us as a team, when you're looking, the first place you'd look is Kangan because of their initial training and their recruitment procedures.
My advice would be to anyone that wants to get into it is to be sure that's what you want to do, because it is a lot of hard work and it does take a huge amount of commitment, but it is a pretty cool thing to be able to work for a living in a sport, especially around amazing machinery and technology. So there are costs, there is a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication required, but the rewards are very high as well. So if you want to do it, there's some fantastic opportunities in Australia in motorsport.
If they aspire to be good at what they do within the team, you know, the job prospects both nationally and even heading internationally are very, very prominent. Yet they can make, you know, good livings and have a lifelong career.